What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 4-0, back on a brand new WWE Champions video, and we want the smoke because finally, this weekend, we are going to see the official union of the Street Profits in game because modern era acrobat Montez Ford is about to take flight. This is dope. I was hoping for him to be an acrobat, and now I cannot wait to see that exclusive 5-star gameplay from the Broskis, thanks to the good old folks over at Scopely, because after Dawkins, Tez has to deliver. There's no way. He cannot be mediocre. He cannot be butt cheeks. He has to be Apex. There's no way around that, especially knowing their tag link already, 50% move damage boost. An acrobat, I'm praying that his triple blue comes through and he's able to cycle and dominate. And who knows what type of move damage numbers he's going to be putting up. Who knows what type of special gems he's going to have at his disposal. We do not know yet. But I am just sitting here on the edge of my seat looking forward to what is to come with this guy. Again, he's going to be coming through with his own boatload of content. A Mega Superstar loot banner going to be available for him. This is going to be a good look for the modern era, and I'm just hoping that the 4-year anniversary ends out on a good note when it pertains to the Mega Superstar representatives. But just looking at this card art is Apex. I love it. The same with Dawkins. Sometimes when it comes to card art, it can be hit or miss. Sometimes very lackluster, mediocre at best. And then other times, it just blows you away. And looking at how realistic Ford looks right here, I'm just hoping that the gameplay, equals out to the detail in the art scheme. So we're just hype on this side for Ford. Let me know your thoughts about it. What do you think his moves are going to be like? I'm looking forward to it. And cool thing here to throw out there too, it would be nice to see possibly when Ford comes into the game that the Profits also get an NXT link. NXT is a subcategory that still needs some reps, and with them being, Grand Slam Tag Team Champions, Raw title, SmackDown title, NXT title, I think the Gold and Black brand deserves a little more respect. So who knows? But if it's already set in stone that they're not going to be representing NXT, maybe we get a free-to-play version of them later on down the line. But Montez is coming. Contest, let's get it. Definitely going to be exciting. Now, let's be real about this Marching into Madness contest. About to wind down in a couple hours, but it's been a win. It's been a win for a lot of people, picking up new superstars, getting some key resources from the solo and the faction contest. This was definitely a W, and this is the type of content that we need to see more in WWE Champions. It doesn't always have to have a paywall to it. Champions, hands down, has the most microtransaction offers within their game that I've come across when it pertains to any other Android game that I have been able to play mobile, and it's a shame. It truly is a shame that they gotta extend it that much. All you need is a few solid offers here and there. You take care of your people by providing solid content in a game that is able to run without issues, no glitches, no errors. You know what I'm saying? Asset bundles. We don't need that. We need content. Every single week, if you drop content like this on us, where we're able to walk away with solid rewards and resources for putting forth our efforts, we're going to love that. You take care of the game, you take care of the issues, we're going to respect that. And that's going to give us more reason to invest disposable income, let alone for the mark side of us when it comes to certain champions that come out. We're all victims of that, okay? We play these games because we hope to recruit and unlock certain champions and utilize them to the fullest when it pertains to our roster and content that comes. But at the same time, there does need to be an equal level playing field here and a respect between both sides. So when it comes to this, Marching into March, this was solid. Tours were an easy clap. It was real fun to do. Solid rewards for everyone putting forth effort. I hope that we see more of this. If each week, we already know feuds, showdowns, blitzes, right? But if we get them more content like this, I think a lot of people will be a lot more happier, especially with getting these huge boosts and rewards that are helping benefit accounts right now. yes, it is the 4-year anniversary, but at the same time, I would like to see more of this. Even if it's like toned down a bit, I'd like to see more of this throughout the months to come, and let alone years to come in WWE Champions. But this was a solid win. Now, we do got more information on the faction food situation that's coming up this weekend. Now, I have a link provided within the video description to the Broski Merrick's breakdown video, letting you know the points and everything, but Titans in the game. I'm actually cool with this because now we can get a little bit more interesting and, spontaneous when it pertains to feud setups. Maybe you get your old traditional feud, then you get hit with a flash feud, and then, oh, boom, RKO out of nowhere, you get a Titan feud. Now, this is definitely going to be interesting because the points have changed up and how everything's going to go, but ultimately, you still want to get your score in, but basically, everybody's going to be bullying Otis this weekend, and it threw me off. It had me taken back. Yes, this is our trial unit for the MLC, and it did throw me off that it is the Chase unit that some of us within the community have already recruited. Kudos and congratulations once again, but it's kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about it, but I am excited because basically we're going to be bullying Otis. Doesn't matter if you lose, as long as you get damage, put up good damage and numbers against them, that's going to help. And with the feud line set up, it looks like it's open season. Whatever you want to run. So basically, you're going to want to take a team to not only get you your points, but you also want to take someone in that's going to help you out against Otis. And there's a wide range, a variety of champions, especially depending on your account. If you're pay to play, top ranking, so on and so forth, or you just put in the work on your time, then you might have an easier situation when it pertains to dealing with this Titan feud. But others, not so much. So you're going to want to strategize. You're going to want to be able to control the situation. If you got skip turn people, cool. If you got someone that utilizes powder gems or utilizes bleed this upcoming weekend due to the feud bonuses and stuff, that's also going to help you out with taming Otis, let alone your opponents. But there's a lot of options up for grabs here. Just depends on your play style and what you're willing to put forth. But this feud is going to be interesting. A Titan feud, bully Otis, get your score, get your points, solo and faction contest. The hits keep rolling. We're closing out on a good note here. A lot of resources and rewards up for grabs. I can't emphasize that enough right now. It's the 4-year anniversary. Take it with a grain of salt if you will. But hey, they're giving us free stuff. Let's just take it, say thank you, and move on to the next one because everyone's already getting hyped up for March because we know WrestleMania is right around the corner. Now, with this brand new game mode, stipulation tours have brought a headache. I mentioned earlier glitches, errors, all that. And that seems to be something that's come across a lot of people within the community, whether individually or as a faction. There have been a lot of issues since this update. For one, people have stated that they've literally, the game has crashed on them in the middle of one of their stipulation tours. Go back in, can't even retry it, even though it's the game's fault. Another thing that I've heard is through the grapevine is that a lot of factions have dealt with a logo reset. They don't have they didn't have the official logo that they normally had up for their representative faction families, and when this update happened, it reset the logo, so factions had to go ahead and fix that. But at the same time, you also had situations with the roster, and pretty much when you went to certain superstars, it would just give you the asset bundles, give you that error, give you that spiel there, and you'd literally have to close out of the game and go back in. So that's going to be a headache for some people, especially if you had plans of moving like straps and your medals around and whatnot, or trying to level up things and do your daily points. That's going to be a problem, but hopefully it gets resolved quick. I mean, we got all this new stuff coming in, Titan feuds. We're getting all this brand new content when it pertains to, our weekly grinds. Brand new superstars are always around the corner, but we can't run a solid, fluent game. That's sad. That's tragic. And, think about that too. You just launched the stipulation tour and we're already getting these issues. And now you want us to still be pumped up for a brand new Titan feud. Everybody gets a Titan. Your Otis Titan is basically available in the roster right now for you to look at. But at the same time, obviously he's going to be moved up so then you can utilize him. And I'm just curious to see how this all goes because we're already getting issues out of the gate with the stipulation tour. Not even a day or so old, and now you're hyping us up about the Titan fuse, which is on paper very good, very intriguing, very interesting for sure. But problems with stipulation tours, and now you want us pumped up for this. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But ultimately, I want everyone to have fun, but it gets more difficult to have fun when the game that you're playing isn't always up to snuff on everything. Good with ideas for new superstars to bring in more income, to line up the pockets to keep the lights on. But at the same time, we need more content that's solid, especially nowadays. 5-star goals are inevitable. You know that they're coming. Thankfully, we are getting a lot of opportunities at these brand new 5-star diamond tokens and resources. The kickback tour, a lot of things have been a huge help within this MLC. But then you got to think about it. That's only probably because, one, it's been critiqued upon for so long, but ultimately it's the 4-year anniversary. Things are supposed to be going fluent like this. We're supposed to get boatloads of rewards and everything to celebrate a anniversary. You know, mobile games have a certain life expectancy, and to make it this far, it looks like even at an early on pace, with everything that's still going on, Champions is probably going to be on for a couple more years. But if it is going to be alive for that long and go the distance, we need a solid running game. No more errors, no more issues all the way around. From limited time tours to your dailies, to your feuds, your showdowns, your blitzes, everything. There should not be no problems. And as soon as a new problem pops up, boom, gone. Smooth sailing. Provide the content. Provide the finely tuned running game. Continue to improvise the power creep. Bring in interesting characters. Touches of nostalgia. Blast from the past. The future right in front of us. Just give us a solid game and everyone will be happy at the end of the day. But can't keep going for pockets and keep on under-delivering. You deliver on the superstars because people are going to fan and mark out. Content-wise, hit and a miss. But issues like errors and glitches and bugs, those have been a constant for years, and it's finally time to put them to rest. So let me know your thoughts, y'all. Montez Ford on the way. Titan Feuds. Bully that Otis now. Check out Merrick's video. That's going to be down in the video description link below. And issues with stipulation tours, but that can turn around easily, but does have me a little hesitant. As much as I am excited for Titan Feuds, also has me hesitant to see what kind of problems we might deal with there. Bunch of contests going on, solo and faction. Boatloads of content that seems reasonable for people to take care of, from normal, hard to hell. And of course, the Mega Superstar loot's always up. One way or the other. Coming for the IGC, coming for them loot coins, coming for those keys, one way or the other. It's pull mania all the time in WWE Champions. But let me know your thoughts about this. Are you excited for Montez Ford? Are you excited for the Titan feud? What are your thoughts about the stipulation tour? What champions are you going to be taking in? The Bully Otis? What champions are you going to be utilizing to get your points? And what are your plans for the weekend to pass the time when you are feuding? And what are your thoughts about what's around the corner for WrestleMania in March 2021? Because this MLC is about to conclude. 4-year anniversary is about to be done. And it's on to the next one. So who would you like to see up next as a MLC free-to-play and chase? And what would the theme be for the upcoming MLC? So, hey yo, bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always and forevermore to each and every single one of you, my beloved #Champions fam. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can receive all future notifications from yours truly, the bad guy WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0. And until next time, let's chop it up within the comments below. Talked a lot. Let's chop it up a lot within those comments. Stay tuned. Good feuding. Peace.